For the first time since Rebecca passed on Saturday, it's now Monday, and I'm sitting in her apartment for the first time by myself. Family's been around. We've laughed and cried and talked and remembered and dealt with estate logistics and all sorts of things, including the thing I'd like to talk about right now. There has been a spectacular amount of judgment for how I'm grieving and the fact that my life carries on. Now, I did make a post. God, I think it was even only yesterday. I made a post making the connection between my friendship with Rebecca and the fact that my life is still continuing even though she has died. And I know my friend, and most of you didn't know her the way I knew her. I have known her my whole life. We met in kindergarten. We spent 45 years in friendship. And there was nothing that was taboo between us. We talked about absolutely everything, including death, money, and all the taboo subjects. Over the last year, I have spent loads of time, as much time as I could possibly carve out of my life as an entrepreneur and artist, professional artist, to be with her in her home, to deal with estate planning, to travel and go on fun trips and adventures together. But in those in-between times, you know what I'm doing? I'm working. I'm promoting my art, which is actually what this whole page of mine is for. That's its purpose. I just happened to gain this like massive visibility that I honestly never wanted. I have never wanted to be viral in any way because it's fucking exhausting. And trolls are like flies swarming to shit. And I can't wait for the troll that comes in and says, "Oh, that must make you the shit." I mean, I am the shit, so thanks. But I've never wanted to have this degree of visibility. I'm also not accountable to any one of you. Not one. You know who I'm accountable to? Myself. That's it. I am accountable to myself. And Rebecca's family, I actually discussed this with her mother. I've spent this entire time with her mom. And we talked about my next steps, including my art business and promoting it and continuing to get paid because I need to get fucking paid. Just like you, I have expenses. Actually, I have a lot of extra expenses because I prioritized travel to see Rebecca above everything else. And so I made an informed decision to incur those expenses. And now I get to pay for them. That's cause and effect. That's adulting. That's life. And there's zero poor me. And yeah, I did post that video, like crying about the hotel. It was not about the hotel. Yeah, that was grief. And if you don't know what that looks like, I love that for you because it feels pretty shitty. But I suspect that you, in your judgment, if you're one of the judgers, you're going to get your turn and it's going to really, really hurt. And I hope that you don't have people attacking you for how you process your experiences. So I'm going to share a couple of the posts. I judiciously block people immediately when I see shitty judgmental comments, but I do take a screenshot. So you're going to see who these shitty people are. They're blocked, but just 1 second. Let me just grab a screenshot. So this is a fun one. This one here. Yeah, I got a warning because I told a troll to fuck off. And this person here is saying, "Oh, as a business owner, you really shouldn't talk that way." Fuck that. This is who I am. I am an artist. If you're buying my work, you're buying a part of me. And if the words "fuck off" don't fit for you, that might be your cue to maybe just a little bit fuck off with respect. I'm not for everybody, and I'm great with that. It's not for you if this bothers you, because this is who I am. If someone's being nasty, I'm going to tell them to fuck off. And if you're being judgmental, I guess you can probably fuck off too. But this is the one that I've seen the most that really is super tone deaf and uninformed and just loaded with judgment. Also, are we noticing it's a theme of like old white ladies that are in here judging me? So it's not my responsibility to make you comfortable. My grief is moving through my life in its own way, unique to me and this particular experience. My job as an artist is to promote my work, and profit is part of it, and profit's not a dirty word. And I know Rebecca. She would say, you're getting so much traffic right now, you better thank me, you little bitch. And if you know Rebecca, you know that that is how she would respond to this situation. If you think it's too soon, then you don't do it. Do something different. But you actually have no right to judge me. And the God that I'm sure you believe in, probably not super thrilled with your behavior right now. And I would actually wager all of this week's profit that your kids are no contact with you. I can imagine that why they would be, because I sure would. So if you're still here and you want to be supportive of me and my grief process, I'm going to be sharing stories about Rebecca. I'm also going to show up and continue telling the ones who deserve it to fuck all the way off, with a big fat capital F, my middle finger, fuck all the way off. I get to decide which things happen in my life at what speed. And if you don't like it, that's a you problem. I'm not going to hold this. You can't foist it on me. You can't make me hold it. You get to live with your words. I don't have to. So I am blocking all of these people, but Carlo Couchois 740, eat a dick. Love you, bye.